If you're lost what to use after microneedling, you've been using dermaroller, stamps, or pens, doesn't matter which tool you have, you want to know what to use after. This is a great video for you guys. If you want to use before, during microneedling, or after, this is your personal preference, but here's what I personally recommend to use after microneedling. And I am a licensed esthetician who has been in skincare industry for over 26 years, microneedling business over 7 years, as an esthetician almost 15 years, and now I have incredible knowledge about microneedling because I've been studying microneedling, and this is my narrow niche where I think I am the best in the world at knowing everything about microneedling. I'm very detailed, I'm very careful what I recommend online, and I highly recommend guys to watch this video if you really want to know how to get the best results, what to use after, how properly to take care of your skin. Once you start doing microneedling, it is very important. I do have few products to recommend, but before that I'm gonna tell you why it is important to know what to use after microneedling. In my practice, I have a lot of clients coming and saying like, I have redness, I have irritation, I have dry skin, I have something going on with my skin because they did not use proper products after using microneedling. Now, if you don't know nothing about microneedling, go to other videos that I have, probably around 5,000 videos on my social media everywhere, Jen Amber X, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and please watch those videos. Are very educational, and I highly recommend to start watching at least beginner microneedling videos. I'm gonna start telling you what I have personally favorite 3 serums that I highly recommend to be used after microneedling. Then I have one cream and I have one sheet mask that makes results incredible. For example, I'm 38 years old. I'm a new mom. I have a newborn at home. I don't sleep well. I don't look too best right now of my life where I sleep only 4 or 5 hours. By the way, don't have no Botox, no fillers. I don't do no lasers, no nothing. Only microneedling alone. That's it. And I do believe my skin looks okay. I do believe. So I have Peptide serum, which is my favorite product to be used after microneedling. I have hyaluronic and I do have vitamin C. Now, let's talk about vitamin C because there's a lot of misinformation online about vitamin C serum and vitamin C cream. What you need to know about vitamin C cream, it is not L-ascorbic acid. I do not recommend to use any vitamin C product that has in the ingredients in the back, if you're reading, that has ascorbic or L-ascorbic acid. Please do not use that. That is very highly potent and irritating ingredient and goes bad really quickly, like no more than a month or 2, unless you keep it in the fridge, and every time you keep running to the fridge, this product oxidizes really quickly and can cause granulomas, which we do not want. Now, in my line, I do have sodium ascorbyl phosphate. It is most gentle, most bioavailable, and the most natural form that your skin will absorb, and actually you will have the same exact results as using L-ascorbic acid or ascorbic acid, which is basically purest vitamin C form, but also very irritating, highly irritating. I do have vitamin C booster. This is the most liquidy product that we do have on our site. It is great for pigmentation, for aging skin. It is actually very watery and it's hydrating. I'm gonna show you guys. This is how watery this serum is. Oh, here you can see it's almost like a texture like a water. If you want more hydration after that and kind of you want creamy texture, you can definitely use cream. I'm gonna be talking about that in a bit, but this is really great to be used for anyone that is over 25 years old. By the way, my entire line of products, vitamin C booster, vitamin C cream, mask, peptide serum, hyaluronic serum, it is toxic-free certified and Leaping Bunny certified. Toxic-free certified, that means third-party organization tested our products and they don't have any toxic ingredients. Why it is very important after microneedling, do not have toxins in your line, because you creating microneedling wounds, right? Like a micro channels, which will deliver eventually these products that you apply after in deeper layers of your skin. So you want to avoid something like fragrance, parabens, anything that might possibly irritate, any kind of alcohols, any dyes, anything that is not natural to our skin, to our bodies. I highly recommend, and all those products don't have any harm and any irritating ingredients. Not everything that is organic and natural is actually good to be used after microneedling. Don't mistake, some mushrooms are very natural and are very toxic to us. Next product that is my favorite, actually, it is Peptide serum. I love this dearly. Peptide is a building block. It is amino acid chain that strengthens. It's like a foundation. It's like a base for your house. It is foundation, strengthening, building foundation for your skin. And I love this really, really a lot. This is probably, not gonna lie, my all-time favorite Jen Amber beauty product, and of course from all other brands. And I'll show you texture of that right here. This is a little bit thicker, as you see. It's runny, it's slightly thicker, it's still liquidy, but it's a little bit thicker. How you can do that, I actually mix all those three serums together. This is what I actually like doing. For aging, mature skin, I will say if you're over 30, start using that. Great strengthening, firming. That's what I will say. Peptide is a firming. And if you don't know a lot about peptides, peptides are new, revolutionary. Everybody think retinol, vitamin C is good, old school. Yeah, peptide is actually better than any of that. Trust me, that's my favorite. And then something to hydrate our dry skin. After microneedling, you might gonna have a dry skin. So how about preventing that dryness in your skin and actually adding some hyaluronic? Now, hyaluronic has a magical powers to attract 1,000 times its weight moisture from outside. So one thing you have to know, if you live in a dry climate and there's no moisture in the air, guess where this is gonna absorb moisture from your skin? So if you live in Arizona or any dry climate, have some spray, like water spray, and then apply that. That's the magic that you want to know with hyaluronic. That is thicker. That's probably the most thickest serum that I have in my line. Over here you can see it's really thick. And by the way, none of these creams smell like anything. There's no fragrance. Smells a little bit more like a botanical-ish, natural, beautiful, all the plant ingredients. There's no animal products in my line. Great for those who love animals, vegans, and anybody else. Guys, this is hydration 1000% for your skin. Why you think my skin is hydrated right now, looking like a normal human being, even though I sleep only like 5 hours on average? Look, that's just now you can use this with microneedling, before microneedling, and then dermaroller, or after. I personally use after. So that is about the serums. Serums always go before the creams because they are the most liquid in the smallest molecules, so absorbs as a first layer on the skin. Then I do have, this is vitamin C 10% plus squalane repair cream, as again it's a sodium ascorbyl phosphate, gentle bioavailable form, really great for to use after microneedling. Under eyes, there's a myth that you need eye cream. No, I discontinue eye cream. I don't sell eye cream anymore. It's a myth. You can totally absolutely use face cream for your under eyes, and that is a great moisturizer, hydrates. Squalane is a beautiful nourishing hydration agent that's great for your skin. I love it. Last product that I really love, especially before going to bed, I put a hydro mask. Again, it's a toxic free certified beautiful sheet mask. You can use 2 times the sheet mask, plenty of serum inside. You can use the serum actually next day. Really love it. Anybody that tries this, they say, oh my god, this is the best sheet mask I have tried in my entire life. Now with the retinol, people have been asking, what about the retinol, retinae, and anything like that? I personally don't use neither retinol, neither tretinoin. If you want to use, that's totally up to you, but I personally believe if you're consistent with the microneedling, you don't need neither retinol, neither tretinoin. But that's just my personal opinion. You do you. If you use it the other days, totally okay, it's totally fine. Right now I'm breastfeeding, I cannot use retinol or tretinoin, neither. So why I don't recommend to use other brand products besides Jen Amber Beauty after microneedling? Here's the thing, I manufacture those products. I be into manufacturing facility. I know where they source every single ingredient. For example, every single ingredient, I know where it's sourced. Being in my manufacturing facility, I know how we run the test, stability test, quality test, all tests that are behind the business. I know how this is produced, how it is manufactured, how it's made. I know everything is made in the United States. I know packaging packaging is not only beautiful and nice bottle, but I know what is actually inside. Now about other brands, you might know, you might be into their manufacturer, you might know how they manufacture, but I have not been. Personally, I have not been in any manufacturing facility besides Genome Beauty. I do not know how they make those serums. I can't tell you, I can't take this responsibility and tell you, okay, use this and this and this brand. Even though I can read ingredients, they might look okay to me, they might look good, but is it really? Can I test them? I'm not gonna take that responsibility. I'm not gonna send to my lab to test if this is okay. I don't know if they pass testing. For example, we test for the mold. We have 200 Fahrenheit degree like an oven. We test there for 40 days. That serum or cream what we are about to launch, and we test if that's gonna have a mold. For example, hot summer, I wanna ship to New York my product from Florida in summer, and that's gonna take a week or two, and wanna make sure during that shipment that my serum is not gonna make mold inside that, because the least thing that you want on your skin is moldy serums or creams to be arriving on your skin. The same thing if I'm gonna decide to ship in winter time from Florida to Chicago where it's cold and icy, my serum, I wanna make sure that my client gonna receive actual serum and not icy, something inside their bottle. That's why stability, quality testing is very, very important. I do not know if other brands, they actually do that. For my brand, I can take responsibility, I can go to jail. I know my products are quality products. If you cannot afford Genome Beauty products, please do not use anything. No olives, no eggs, no oils, no aloe vera, no whatever you think it might gonna be okay, please don't do that. A lot of you asking about using oils after microneedling. Any oils, even essential oils, especially do not use any essential oil, please. They are highly irritating on a skin and on the skin that is wounded, like microneedled skin. Any kind of oil I don't recommend personally, because oil have such a huge oily molecule. It does not absorb into these wounds, especially if you have a tiny bit of bleeding. Please don't put oils on your blood. Oil is okay with oil. Oil is not okay with water. Our skin is oily. Oil on the top without microneedling, it's okay. When we actually puncture the skin, there's no more oil. There might be underneath like a blood. So we don't want to apply oils. You don't want to have infection. Guys, please do not use oils. You don't want to have any inflammation or infection in your skin. No oil. If you want to use oils, retinol, tretinoin, other brands, it's okay to use next day. Totally fine. In the next 24 hours, you can use whatever you want, just not exfoliating acid, no harm, scrubbing, rubbing. Don't go in the sun, you know, in the open sun, no hat, no sunglasses, no sunscreen. Don't go in the direct sun. Try to kind of make logic that you wouldn't do something after that, a little bit kind of like you will do laser resurfacing. You don't want to do the same thing after microneedling. Are there any skincare devices that I can recommend to be used after microneedling? If you do have like a panel, a red light therapy, let's say this is a light that I'm using to film my YouTube video, and let's say if this was red light like that in front of you, you can totally use that as a device after microneedling. But no device should be used after microneedling, something that will touch your skin. Do not touch your skin after microneedling for at least 12 hours. Before that, you can do whatever you want. After, no. Before that, you can do gua sha, you can do any devices, microcurrent, red light therapy, sliding, gliding, whatever you want to do, but do not use anything after. What products I allow to use next day after microneedling? Like I said, whatever you want. Like literally next day, whatever you want. I personally don't use any products at any time. Never ever anything that has a fragrance, parabens, drying alcohol like denaturated alcohol, isopropyl alcohol, or alcohol in the ingredients, anything that with the dyes, anything with the pegs, anything that could possibly irritate and harm us. I do not use ascorbic acid next day as well. It's just because it can highly irritate the skin. If you want to use ascorbic acid, you might want to wait a little bit longer. You can exfoliate your skin in 3 days, 2-3 days. In a couple of days, I will generally wait to touch my skin, scrub or rub or microcurrent, anything at least 48 hours. That's personally me, but also depends on the microneedling size. If you did at home with 0.25 microneedling device or 0.5, you can use probably the next 24 hours. If you use deeper needle size, which will make sense because it will be deeper wound, longer healing time, time restore of the skin, I will use probably in 72 hours. Now, if you want to go in the sun, a lot of people ask me, I don't know, Jen, I can't do microneedling because I want to go in the sun. What can I do? Go in the sun next day in the next 12 or 24 hours, but make sure you have a sunscreen everywhere. It's fine, but don't go to the beach next day and lay down for 8 hours on the beach. That's not okay. That's what I mean. If you want to quickly run outside, walk the dog 10-20 minutes, it's totally fine. That's it for now. Let me know if you have any questions. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel and subscribe to my newsletter. Sometimes we send some BOGO deals, some discounts or new launches. You can be first to be notified about all of that. I love you guys so much, and I'm gonna leave all the information down below in the description box. Bye.